हे एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू अवर यूट्यूब चैनल। सो आज हम लोग देखने वाले हैं डेथ नोट एपिसोड 8 जिसका नाम है ग्लेयर।
अच्छा,
तो अगर आप लोगों ने अभी तक कोई भी एपिसोड मिस कर दिया है तो आप हमारे प्लेलिस्ट में जाके चेक कर सकते हैं।
आप पूरी प्लेलिस्ट बना रखी है, उसमें सारे के सारे एपिसोड लाइन बाय लाइन मिल जाएंगे और सारी ही एनिमे सीरीज की बना रखी है, जाओ देख लो।
ओह शिट!
पिछले एपिसोड तुम्हें जानना है तो पिछला एपिसोड देख लेना। मैं यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा क्योंकि फिर हम लोगों का थोड़ा टाइम बढ़ जाता है। मैं टाइम बढ़ाना नहीं चाहता, मैं नहीं चाहता कि मेरा टाइम खराब हो, मैं नहीं चाहता कि आपका टाइम खराब हो।
Okay.
तो चलो करते हैं चालू। अब आएगा मोजा, तैयार हो जाओ मोजा के लिए।
That was footage from surveillance cameras at the station. The death of one of the FBI agents is captured on here.
Let's see the following scenes again. Ray Penber passing the ticket gate on his way in, then him boarding the train, and finally the part where he dies on the platform.
Okay, let's see.
I think it's next to that.
Oh, here it is.
So based on the records I have here, Ray Penber comes through the west entrance of Shinjuku Station at 3:11 p.m. Then at 3:13 he boards a train on the Yamanote line. But even if he was following someone at that time, I think it's going to be very difficult for us to draw any real conclusions.
ओ आइसक्रीम है ग्रीन कलर की, वाओ।
Then at exactly 4:42 p.m.
ये भी वही खा रहे हैं।
Thank you very much, Watari. And at 4:42 p.m. he exits the train at Tokyo Station and dies on the platform.
It's quite strange, don't you think?
I'm sorry, what do you find strange?
Yeah, what is it? Did you notice something?
We know that Ray Penber got on the train and then an hour and a half later he got off and died on the platform. But the Yamanote line only takes an hour to complete its circuit. And more importantly, there's the envelope.
What do you mean?
हैं? इनके बाद रिकॉर्डिंग भी है।
It looks like an envelope when he passes through the ticket gate.
Huh? You're right. It's there under his arm. But in the footage right before his death, it's gone. I can't believe you actually caught that.
ओह, वो तो
I
देख
don't
भी
see
लिया।
an envelope on this list of his personal effects.
Which means it was left on the train. And if you watch closely at the very end here, it seems like he's straining to look inside the train before the doors close. You can see right here.
If that's the case, do you think it could mean something?
Wouldn't it be interesting if Kira was on that train?
That's impossible.
हाँ वही तो।
I admit I find it hard to believe as well. There's no reason for Kira to come to the scene of his own crime when he can kill from a distance. Well, maybe he was counting on us to make that assumption and figured he could get away with such a bold move.
सिखा रहा है।
बैठता भी तो लगी
बैठता भी कैसा साला?
What's going on with you, Light? You haven't stopped writing criminals' names in the Death Note for 4 days straight, so what are you trying to prove? I don't see the point in writing these names weeks in advance. I've never seen the Death Note used like this.
Consider it insurance. Suppose the son of the detective superintendent of the NPA was hospitalized. If criminals stopped dying at the same time, it wouldn't be difficult to connect the two.
So that's what this is.
Are you sure that I can use any date as long as it's before the end of a person's predetermined lifespan?
Well, I can't guarantee it because we Shinigami don't normally work that way, but I suppose any time before the end of their lifespan should work.
I really can't count on you, can I?
You got that right.
Yes?
ये भी साला बताता नहीं आधी चीजें।
Please hold for a moment. Ryuzaki, it's Yukita at the NPA. He says he's on the phone with someone from the tip line who has information for us.
Right. Then give Yukita the number for line 5 and ask him to have the informant call that line instead. It'll be safer that way. Mr. Matsuda, it's okay for you to turn on your cell phone now. Actually, please turn it on right away.
Sure.
फोन चालू करा रहा इसका।
Yes, this is Suzuki, head of Kira's Investigation Public Information Division. Ray Penber's fiancée, Naomi Misora. Heard that name before. So it's her. She's from the Los Angeles baby murder case. That's right. She was working under me. I guess she must have come to Japan with her
वो भी तो
fiancé.
कह रही थी ये बात।
Well,
ये उसकी
apparently
wife है
she's
क्या?
been missing
बंद
since
कर
the
दिया
day
वो।
after her fiancé died.
I'm sure that anyone in her situation would be pretty depressed. Was it?
Suicide.
No, The Naomi Misara I knew was strong, not to mention she was also an excellent FBI agent. If anything, it's more likely she'd be trying to
वो
catch
अपने हस्बैंड से
Kira.
भी ज्यादा अच्छी
It
थी
appears she
मतलब।
came to Japan with Penber. It's possible that she may have
लेकिन वो तो मर चुकी है।
That's the case.
पिछला एपिसोड में तो
Kira
मरता हुआ
managed to
दिखाया था
get
उसे।
there
हाँ
first.
फांसी पे चढ़ते हुए दिखाया था।
Everyone, at this point I'd like to focus our investigation on only those people who Ray Penber was tailing. In particular, he was assigned to 2 police officers and those closest to him.
Very well. Who are these 2 individuals he was investigating?
Deputy Director Kitamura, along with Detective Superintendent Yagami and their families. At this stage, I'd like to place wiretaps and surveillance cameras in both households.
I have to make sure there's no evidence left on this computer, just in case.
यागामी उसको पता लग गया कि यही बंदा है, लेकिन अभी ये नहीं पता कि ये कीरा है।
हाँ और उसका बेटा है।
These clippings from the
नाम पता बस।
It seems like you're pretty skilled with your hands. I bet you're pretty popular with the girls, aren't you?
Skill has nothing to do with it. It's your looks that count. I'm guessing you're not that popular, are you?
Huh?
Surveillance cameras? Ryuzaki?
I don't see how you could even consider this. If this got out, we'd have a civil rights scandal on our hands. We'd all lose our jobs.
You told me you'd be willing to risk your lives for this investigation, but you wouldn't risk your jobs?
Ryuzaki, what are the odds that Kira's in one of those households?
Maybe 10%. No, it's closer to 5%.
Seriously? I'm sorry, but it's not worth the risk.
No. Of all the people we've investigated so far, not one of them seemed even the least bit suspicious. Even if there's only a 1% chance, we simply can't afford to ignore it.
Chief?
I don't have to tell you how offended I am to learn my family is under suspicion. Having said that, just go ahead with it. And make sure you install them everywhere. I don't want any blind spots in the house, and that includes the bathroom.
Thank
अभी
you
कैमरा
very
लगाएंगे इसके घर में।
much. That was my intention.
Come on, Chief. You don't have to agree to this.
Yes, he's right. Think about your family. You have a wife and daughter at home, don't you?
Yes, I'm well aware of that fact. But there is no point in doing any of this if we can't be thorough. Now I suggest you keep quiet.
वाह, तो सही कह रहे हैं, गलत नहीं कह रहे हैं।
No, it's okay. Excuse me.
As a courtesy to the chief and his family, only he and I will conduct surveillance of their home. Watari, how long will it take to prepare the wiretaps and cameras we need?
Well, starting tomorrow, I can set them up at any time, provided we know when both houses will be empty.
See you
हाँ ये
later.
गलत हो रहा है।
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
लाइट को नहीं पता चला फिर।
हाँ पकड़ा ही जाएगा और क्या हो।
What? No one's home yet.
कैमरे लग गए, इसको पता नहीं।
और उसको पता नहीं है ये बात।
I'm home.
उसके रूम में भी है क्या?
ऑफ कोर्स होगा ये। लॉक है।
उसको पता लग गया।
How's it going? I don't think anyone else is in the house right now. Do you want to play some video
अब ये
games?
बात नहीं करेगा, इससे इसको पता लग गया, कुछ शक हो गया इसको।
Come on, it's been a while.
शो नहीं कर रहा।
You listening? Hey, Light.
पता लग गया उसको, कुछ हुआ है। अब देखो उसके अंदर घुस के बोलेगा ताकि पता ना चले किसी को भी।
I don't believe it. I never knew he went to such great lengths. What could he be hiding in there that he doesn't want anyone else to see?
For a 17-year-old kid, I wouldn't say this kind of behavior is particularly abnormal. When I was his age, I did strange things too. Have you ever talked to your son about the investigation?
Of course not. I've never once revealed classified information to my family. Besides, I don't get to see them too often these days, and usually as soon as I get home, all I can do is sleep.
I understand.
Where exactly are we going?
अब करेगा ये बात।
Light, don't ignore me when I'm talking to you or I'll get mad. Huh?
Doesn't look like these clothes have been bugged. I think we're safe. Listen to me. There's a very strong possibility that there are wiretaps and maybe surveillance cameras hidden throughout my house.
Really? But that piece of paper was still in your door, wasn't it?
That's true, but I left the paper in the door in a way that it would be obvious to anyone entering the room. The real
हाँ,
test
बट
is
वो
the handle.
अंदर गिरना चाहिए था
It
शायद।
is?
When that door is closed, the door handle automatically returns to a horizontal position and it won't go
बहुत
any
तेज
higher
दिमाग है
than
बंदे
that.
का।
हाँ
Whenever I close the door, I adjust it slightly. Instead of letting it sit horizontally, I lower it by about 5 millimeters.
ताकि
When I
पता
get
लग
home, I
जाए।
try to open the
ओह
door. If the handle is all the way up, I can be fairly certain that someone was in my room. That
हाँ
method alone doesn't tell me if my door was actually opened. So I put a mechanical pencil lead in place as well.
So, what do you do with it?
It goes on the hinge. After I close the door, I take the pencil lead and rest it on the hinge in such a way that it will break if the door happens to be opened by anyone. Normally, I take it out myself when I get back home. When I got home from school today, I noticed that the pencil lead was broken.
Now that you mention it, I do remember that.
First the door handle, then the lead. I know someone was in there today.
Maybe it was your mother.
My family wouldn't have noticed the piece of paper. What's suspicious is that someone took the time to put it back in the door.
हाँ पेपर वैसे का वैसे लगाया तो इसका मतलब उन्हें भी पता था कि बंदे ने इसको जानबूझ के लगा रखा था कि वापसी वहीं लगा है कि उसको पता ना चले कि उसने रूम खोला है, बट वो हैंडल की वजह से उसको पता लग गया। और बहुत छोटा सा पॉइंट है ये,
बहुत तेज दिमाग है
वो इसने करा ना इसीलिए ये पकड़ पाया। अगर कोई और करता तो उसके ध्यान में आएगा भी नहीं। एक शातिर बंदा भी होगा ना उसके ध्यान में भी ये चीज नहीं आएगी। तो अच्छी मतलब टेक्निक है भाई, मैं ध्यान रखूंगा इसको भी।
What's this all about? Are you buying a book about wiretaps and surveillance so you can figure this mess out?
By the way, Ryuk, what about your apples?
Apples? That's right,
खुश हो गया।
surveillance cameras.
खाएगा ना
Once the
तो।
apple's in my mouth, no one can see it. But while I'm holding it, it looks like it's floating.
I thought so. You told me that Shinigami
Yeah.
can't die, so I guess it won't kill you to stop eating apples for a while.
Don't you think that's a bit much? Come on. I never told you this, but apples are to me what cigarettes and alcohol are to humans. Do you see what I'm saying? I even get withdrawal symptoms.
Oh yeah? What kind of symptoms?
My body gets all twisted. I do handstands. It's not pretty.
I don't need to see that.
I know.
Okay, here's the thing.
ये भी मजे ले रहा
Unfortunately,
है।
I already gave Elle the hint that Shinigami love apples, so I just can't afford to take the risk.
When did you...
If it's so important for you to eat apples, you'll have to find out where all the cameras are hidden. If you're lucky, you might find a blind spot where you can eat them without being seen.
ओ उसको दे दिया काम, देख रहे हो दिमाग?
Yeah, a camera search.
इसी को काम दे दिया था कि ये सारा काम करे सही से।
ये तो किसी को दिखेगा भी नहीं, ये तो किसी को दिखेगा भी नहीं।
हाँ और उसका काम उसको दे दिया, वो ढूंढ के लाएगा, अपना कुछ ना कुछ करेगा। ये अभी इन्हें दिमाग के बोल तो दिया, आगे देखो करेगा क्या, ये कुछ ना कुछ तो करेगा पक्का। ये
कौन आ गई?
What the fuck?
Oh, I have to
Google
look
it.
at cameras.
जानबूझ के लगा रहा है, जानबूझ के लगा रहा है
Believe my
ताकि
son
पता
is
लगे
looking
कि
at
क्या
those
देखता है।
magazines.
It's normal for a 17-year-old. But it seems
जानबूझ के देख रहा है वो।
it's too obvious. The only reason he didn't want anyone in his room was because he had these magazines. That's what he wants us to think.
Hey, that's my son you're talking about. Are you honestly telling me that you suspect him?
I do suspect him. That's why I placed wiretaps and surveillance cameras in your house and the deputy director's house.
I found a camera in the air conditioner.
So they really put cameras in here. They must have bugged the place as well. Even if this is the Kira case, I didn't think the Japanese police would ever go this far. This must be Elle's idea, which means they've narrowed down their list of suspects.
उसको भी पता लगता जा रहा है साथ
They must
साथ।
have figured out that it was someone who Ray Pember was investigating, or they wouldn't have gone to all this trouble.
मैगजीन भी तो देखो।
Man, these covers mislead you all the time. No. Given the situation, it's safer if I just assume I'm their prime suspect and the only one being watched. It'll be okay. Luckily, I prepared for this kind of situation.
Oh, Light.
Hey, Light! Come on! Dinner's ready!
I love you.
तो वो भी आने में देख रहा है, वो भी आने में देख रहा है भाई।
Hideki Ryuga! I swear
ये
he's
देख रही है।
perfect!
ये देख रहा है,
No one in my class is like
बहन है इसकी शायद। हाँ।
Saw you. Just eat your dinner.
I'll eat later.
Hello, Mr. Aizawa. Are the Kitamuras watching television now?
Yes. He's not home, but the other four are watching while they eat dinner. It's Channel 4.
Watari, please contact the broadcasters and tell them to play our message.
Very well. Understood.
That's right.
My parents met
Huh?
George Martin.
What's this? ICPO? They're saying that in response to the Kira murders, Interpol has decided to dispatch a force of 1,500 investigators to Japan. The investigators were drawn from the law enforcement agencies of its member nations.
Wow, game खेल दिया उसने.
Investigators? Whoa.
Chances are they've got cameras in the living room as well. Regardless of whether this news is real or not, it's obvious they're just trying to evoke reaction from me. Hell, this is the exact same trick he used last time. The ICPO sure is stupid.
Huh?
I mean, there's no point in making this announcement. If they're gonna send all these people here to investigate, shouldn't they keep it a secret?
Even the FBI agents who were secretly investigating were killed by Kira. Why would this be any different? If you ask me, this is nothing more than a desperate attempt to shock Kira in the hopes that he'll reveal himself somehow. Quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if Kira sees right through this.
Interesting.
Your son's clever, isn't he?
Well, yes.
Thanks for dinner, Mom.
Huh? You're eating a bag of chips? You just had dinner. Your good looks are gonna go down the drain if you keep that up.
It's a late night snack for studying.
I think that's it,
normally
Light.
behave कर रहा है
I
वो.
found every camera they put in the house. I guess Shinigami get tired when they work hard. Now let me explain where they all are. It's a little bit complicated, so listen up. There's nothing I hate more than explaining something twice.
Alright, it's time for me to hit the books.
There sure are a lot of cameras in this room. I counted 64 in total. I guess whoever put them here expected you to at least find some of them.
It has to be L. He had no qualms
भाई
about
वो भी
putting a
दिमाग
death
लगा
row
के करके
invading
गए हैं.
this place when he declared war on me. It's pretty clear he doesn't know any limits.
What I want to know is how am I going to be able to eat apples?
Obviously, that's impossible now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I guess you can't talk in here. But we'd better discuss this outside tomorrow.
Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Judging by the number of cameras he's planted, he's planning to make a decision within a short period of time. Any normal person would slip under these circumstances, but it won't be that easy with me, L. This is the closest you get!
चिप्स खाएगा?
क्या कर रहा है?
ऐसा क्या किया?
कैमरास के अंदर.
I've set things up so that criminals will continue to die over the next 3 weeks. But Elle is aware by now that Kira can control the times of death of his victims. Therefore, to avoid suspicion, Elle needs to see that criminals whose names are being broadcast continue to die while I have no access to that information.
Oh, the symptoms are starting!
I'm gonna show you, Elle.
वो उसके symptoms start हो गए भाई. और ये अपनी स्कीम में बना रहा है.
Through
एपिसोड खत्म
information
होने
and
वाला
my
है.
preparations, I can continue to kill criminals whose names are broadcast on the news while masquerading as a typical high school student studying for his entrance exams. Just watch me, Elle. I'll solve equations with my right hand and write names with my left. I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
तो दिख नहीं रहा होगा.
After dinner, your son just goes back to studying without turning on the TV or his computer?
It's because the entrance exams are 5 days away.
कंफ्यूज कर रहा है उसको.
Now,
भाई यार क्या
a
हो रहा है
criminal
यार?
who I should have no knowledge of will die of a heart attack in 40 seconds. And the witness to my alibi is L himself. Alright, just a little bit longer.
खत्म कर देंगे एपिसोड.
Ryuzaki,
Yes, what is it, Watari?
a few minutes ago, a bank clerk being questioned on suspicion of embezzlement and a purse snatcher being held in a detention center were broadcast on the news. They both just died of sudden, inexplicable heart attacks.
It's
वो अब शक भी नहीं होगा क्योंकि वो
While all
कंटिन्यूस
that
उसको
was
देख रहा है.
happening at your home, your wife and daughter were watching television. When that was over, they turned the TV off and didn't watch anything afterwards. From just past 7:30 until now, 11 o'clock, your son's done nothing but study. Kira needs a name and a face. Without those, he can't kill. So I suppose anyone who didn't watch the news can't be Kira, right?
You said it yourself. That means my family has been cleared.
It doesn't make sense that Kira would kill two petty criminals right after their identities were broadcast.
हाँ वही तो.
I know it's only the first day after the cameras were installed, but the Yagami household seems almost too innocent to me.
Light, are you up yet?
Yeah, I'm awake.
Today's garbage day, so if you've got any, bring it down with you, okay?
ओह अब यहाँ चुपचाप पे हो जाएंगे.
What are you talking
यहाँ
about?
ये कुछ कर देगा
I usually
खतरनाक.
say there's no need to remind me, Mom.
Yeah.
अपन ऐसा ना उसकी माँ वो कैमरा निकाल के ले आए कहीं. वो जो कैमरा या टेलीविजन था छोटा सा कहीं ऐसा ना वो गार्बेज से निकाल के इसको
I
रख के
can't
ले आए
say
लेकिन
for
वो
sure
कैमरे में तो
whether you're
रिकॉर्ड हो जाएगा
extremely
ना.
generous or just a spoiled brat. But didn't that mini LCD TV cost you $400?
Good morning.
तो गया कैमरा. अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ. 1 मिनट रुको आगे भी है देख लो.
Perfect. There's no reason for me to be worried. After all, this is proof that they don't have anything on me yet. So this whole thing is nothing more than a contest between Elle and I, a battle of wits.
तो फाइनली ये एपिसोड होता है यहीं पर ही खत्म.
मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था.
हर बारी की तरह मैं यही बात बोलना चाहूंगी कि जिस हिसाब से वो दिमाग लगा रहा है सेम इक्वली वो दिमाग लगा रहा है. मतलब दोनों को दिमाग इतना फास्ट स्पीड से चल रहा है कि जिसका कोई मतलब मैं कुछ कह नहीं सकती. स्पीचलेस हूँ बिल्कुल उसको देख.
मतलब दोनों ना एक दूसरे उनका मतलब उनको पहले से ही पता होता है कि यही होगा.
क्या है वो बिल्कुल
रेडी होता है कि हाँ यही होने वाला है. अब वो छोटे छोटे पॉइंट्स जैसे पता लगा जैसे वो दरवाजे वाला पॉइंट था उससे लाइट समझ गया था कि भाई कुछ गड़बड़ करा और ये एल नहीं कर रहा है क्योंकि इतना प्रोफेशनली काम हुआ है तो एल ही करा सकता है.
उसने दिमाग लगा के खुद भी कैमरा सर्च नहीं किया. उससे शिनिगामी से करवाया क्योंकि शिनिगामी तो किसी को नजर नहीं आया. और 64 कैमरा उसके घर में इमेजिन करके देखो 64 कैमरा.
ये किसी तरीके से करेगा. नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में मुझे लगता है कैमरे का कुछ जुगाड़ करेगा या फिर कैमरे ऑटोमेटिकली हट जाएंगे. काइंड ऑफ क्लीन चिट आ रही है एल की तरफ से तो देखते हैं क्या होता है आगे.
गजब बेइज्जती है.
बाकी अगर तुमने अभी तक लाइक नहीं करा तो लाइक कर देना. चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो और इंस्टाग्राम पे भी फॉलो कर लो. हम लोगों से बात करने के लिए कोई बात है कुछ कहना है तो वहाँ पे कह सकते हो. तो फिर मिलते हैं तुमसे एक ऐसी ही कंफ्यूजिंग वीडियो में. तब तक के लिए पीस आउट.